podcast is part of the Loosely Connected Network. Visit www.thelooselyconnected.com for more great podcast networks, Twitch streams, YouTube channels, and more.
All right, so quickly, what is Loot Crate?
Loot Crate is a monthly subscription to random things that you get based on like a current theme, the month current theme. And it could range from anything from t-shirts to cups to cool collectibles.
Yes, and we are so excited to bring you Loot Crate. Well, yeah, you guys can check out Loot Crate, lootcrate.com. I'm a subscriber, and if you guys like Loot Crate and, see some of the things that they have now, go ahead and use the promo code NTFTTPod for 10% off your next subscription. All right, anything else?
Nope.
Cool, on with the show.
I love the Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Power Club.
No time for time travel.
All right, welcome to, I guess this is a new era in the No Time for Time Travel podcast. I mean, I guess it's kind of a new era because it's episode 101. I don't know. but yeah, so we're a podcast for nerds by nerds, and my name is Tony, and joining me all the way from Sweden is Kwok.
Hello.
So we come to you hopefully every week, except for that 1 week that we missed. And
every week.
What was that?
Mostly every week.
Yeah, mostly every week. I think we've only actually missed that 1 week in terms of our release schedule.
Nice.
So we usually talk about topics that you guys suggest us, the listeners, and usually it's a nerd topic, and it's already episode 101, and I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to say.
It's the new era where we forget everything.
Yeah, but before we get started with the topic, how have you been doing?
Good. I don't know why. I've just been really tired. I've just been sleeping in quite a lot.
I mean, it's life. It's us getting older, I guess.
No, I refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I agree too. This morning, I think I woke up at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy, that's late for you.
That's really late for me. I'm normally up like around 5:30ish.
Yeah, like my body can't even wake up at 5 or 6 anymore, man. It's like this morning when I woke up, it's like, oh, it's 8. It's like 8:30 or 8. Okay, it's 8:30 right now.
Yeah.
When I messaged you, it was like 8. I was like, oh crap, I need to get up, and my body was like, no, don't do it. I'm like, okay. And I lied there. And I was like,
Oh, I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat lately, so when you said that, I was just like, sleepality.
Oh, is that a new thing now?
No.
Oh.
It's just for you.
Customized death.
No, it's like, it actually reminds me of that College Humor skit with Batman where he doesn't think people he kills are dead. He just thinks they're like really sleeping. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that. So stupid.
So stupid. Oh man. Yeah. What else have you been doing besides being tired?
No, I think that's pretty much it. That and I've been working on my personal project, or like monthly project, I guess.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And that the deadline's coming up soon.
Yeah, this is like that thing where they give a theme and you're supposed to animate something, right?
Yeah.
Cool,
yeah.
Cool. What was the last one? The last one I saw you did was like a Mega Man one, right?
Yeah, that was the last one I released. I guess like the other one I didn't finish, but I didn't really publicly release it. But it's a Avatar one. I could post it up if you wanted to see it.
Okay, cool. Avatar, like Last Airbender thing.
Last Airbender, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not the blue alien one.
Hey, what if like the Last Airbender was just colored blue? It's like a mashup between Avatar and Avatar.
So he was really just an alien. Is that the?
Oh, what if he also controls an Avatar?
Oh, so it's like the Matrix.
yeah, pretty much. Okay. Anyway,
it got too deep there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me this week, you've heard me. I've been playing Mortal Kombat a lot, like a lot. So I got the Switch version on Tuesday when the game came out, and then my PS4 version, collector's edition, with like the giant scorpion mask thing. Mm-hmm. It came today. And,
nice.
Yeah.
So
I was playing.
Now that you told me that, Tony.
Yeah.
Know that the next Halloween costume should be your
No.
your
It
for your
won't be.
Halloween it should be Scorpion
It won't be. You know why?
because
Because the mask is not wearable.
what? Why?
It's one of those masks that are fixed on a display stand.
Oh,
Like fixed. Like the mold includes the display stand.
yeah. That's what I'm like. Oh,
Yeah. Unless I go as the collector edition display stand with the mask.
I mean, like what you can do is you use the display stand as like the neck. So your head is actually where the chest and body is, and then you just be really tall Scorpion.
Oh man. That that's like freaking Slender Man Scorpion.
Yes, he's just as creepy and deadly, right?
Yeah, I think you'd probably die of fear than an actual fatality. Yeah, so the Switch version of the game though is so much slowdown. Like I understand the Switch is underpowered. But the game, they were able to make it still 60 frames per second for the actual gameplay, but everything else in between was very bad quality. Like when it hits into the cinematics for fatality, then it's like, oh, what the heck happened? It went from like 720p down to like a CRT TV. It was really bad.
That's pretty crazy though, man. Like because is it also super effective once you play online as well?
Well, the gameplay itself is fine. The gameplay itself is still pretty good. Although I think I feel like there's more lag on the Switch version than the PS4 version. But it's still doable. What I found interesting though is, you know how I told you, so the other thing that listeners probably don't know, but I peaked out at global rankings at 39 in the world for.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, you went up 10 rank.
What was that?
You went up 10 ranks. Nice.
Yeah. So 39 is like the highest, and then after that, I stopped playing for a bit, and then other people play, and then like more people play, they push your rank down. Yeah. So right now, I don't really care anymore about getting high ranking. And then and then I went to play the PS4 version, different like database, right? So I start off at 0, and when I'm playing there, it's like people on the PS4 one are much more hardcore gamers, and they've had the game for like almost a week already, right? So I'm just starting today, so it's so much harder on the PS4 version for ranked online.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask, like, so when you showed me last time, or showed us, me and Lam, your ranking, that was on the Switch version.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, each console has their own rank.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, the game was good. I haven't played story mode yet because I wanted to stream the entire story mode game.
Nice.
So we'll see. But I played like arcade and streamed that already, and I'm starting to learn like a lot more combos. Like I'm trying to keep my main character as Scorpion. So like my best combo right now is like a 12-hit combo, which is actually very long. It takes like a little bit more than 33% of your health.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. Like I was like, what the heck, man?
Is there any combo breaker sort of thing in 11?
Yeah, there's this defense meter, and when you burn that meter, you do this thing where it's kind of a combo breaker. It does break the combo, but it breaks it by making your character immune to being hit. Like you'll still get hurt, but you're immune to being knocked down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just like turns you into like metal, like if you want to think about it that way, to kind of break that. Yeah.
So they won't be able to juggle or anything like that. No
yeah.
way.
Yeah. So, but for the most part, when I've been playing online with my combo, it seems like people don't tend to use the combo breaker much. And
oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't either. I've never used the combo breaker. I just like, it's not worth it to burn it now. I'll just use it later for like other stuff, because you share that meter with your ability to pick up objects and throw it at them too. So yeah, it's an interesting strategy. It's like kind of like, do you want a combo break or do you want to throw things at them? You know?
Yeah.
Like interactive environment objects.
That's interesting. But then this is all based on the Switch version, right?
No. All the gameplay is the same throughout all three versions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gameplay doesn't change. It's just the system that it's running on.
That's interesting, though. Well, I'm interested to see like how you how you do on the PS4 version.
Yeah, I mean, I started off at rank 3,500 earlier tonight, and then I played a bit, and I'm like at 1300 now.
Oh, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but I think it's also a lot of people that play that are beginners. And like the kind of like in the some of them probably just started the same day I did today, right? So
Okay, yeah. So that as like the rank goes higher, it's more of like veterans people sort of thing. So
yeah, it becomes more of like, you know, it's harder as you hit higher ranks.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Like once you start playing like the PS4 version and you go back to the Switch version, how easy it is. Well, I mean, I guess like the difficulty, right? Because you said the PS4 version will be, you had more hardcore players, so maybe like that's like training, and like going back to Switch is like, oh, now these are easy. Now these people are easier.
Yeah, that might be the case. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, because there's like similar situation where like pro gamers or esport would play on different servers, for let's say example League of Legends. You play in North America and there'll be like good players, but then you go to like Korean server, and you play there. That's like hardcore players. So that's why like so some people they will go to like Korea and play there for a while and then come back and then do like NA to play in like tournaments there, and it'll be a lot easier.
So yeah, just like throw yourself into the deep end, right? And then you better sink or swim.
It's kind of like. Or when Goku go into like the hyperbolic chamber, and train for a while, and he comes out, I was like, oh, it's just normal gravity now. It's not bad.
It's like then he comes out, he's like a new level of Super Saiyan. Like what the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so that's you, Tony.
We'll see.
PS4 is like your hyperbolic chamber.
Yeah, we'll see. I like playing the PS4 because I don't have the that feeling of slowdown sometimes. It's so much more smooth on the PS4, and you know, rightfully so, because PS4 is so much more powerful. But I really like the Switch version because it's mobile and I could play anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, do you play more of? Are you gonna play more of it on this Vista?
No, I'm not gonna play on the Vita because it requires 4 shoulder buttons for the game.
Oh, right. There's a limited amount.
Yeah, so the Vita, you would have to use 2 shoulder buttons and then the touchpads in the back, but it's just not intuitive to use. Like, it's harder to use and play with that, using that as a controller.
Yeah, I can see, that'd be definitely harder.
See, now here's the problem I have. I bought the collector's edition for the PS4, so I have, like, Shao Kahn, and I have, like, the Combat Pack 1, so I could get all the extra characters. So like I'm gonna have my PS4 version as my kind of source of truth for you know, getting all collectibles, getting all the additional characters and things like that. But the problem is I actually play a lot more on my Switch version. So now it's like, so where do I do the grind? Like, do I do on the Switch and unlock stuff, or do I do on the PS4? Because the PS4 is the one I got the full, like I did the full purchase on, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess one way to look at it is like a casual, or like one is like a casual thing, right? If you plan to play more at home and comparatively, probably that's where the grind will mostly be. Actually, but I understand it's like the split thing is kind of like really stupid and weird.
Actually,
no. Oh man, it's wasted effort.
Well,
sorry.
After speaking about it out loud, and you mentioned the Vita, I just realized I can still do the grind on the PS4 through the Vita and still get stuff, because if that's going to be my main system, right? So fine, because I'm not playing online with that. Yeah,
but I mean at the same time, it's kind of like the thing that you were talking about, right?
It's still splitting.
On Vita will just mean like it's limited amount of buttons.
Yeah. But if I could play with limited amount of buttons, then it's the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah. Yes. To the next level. Yeah. I can beat you with less buttons now.
Yeah. Anyway. Avengers came out.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it like 12 hours ago. Yes.
Any non-spoiler review for the listeners?
Everyone must watch it. If you care about any of the Marvel characters, you must watch it. Like, it's like total fan service, like that entire movie.
It's a fan. Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's like if you know the comics, it's even more so of a fan service if you kind of know some of the history. Like, it's just it's like, oh, what the hell? Like, they actually have this in the movie, like that kind of like feeling, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, but it was It was really, I would say it's one of the best like endings to a franchise that I've seen in recent history. Like
That's right.
yeah, you know how like when you watch and you get to an end of a franchise, you mostly criticize it and it doesn't feel like, sometimes it closes everything out good.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, it's like it's okay, it ended.
Yeah. This one felt like it properly ended and did proper send-offs for everybody. Like it was just very, very good to closing the Avengers arc, like the last 22 movies.
Oh god, it sounds so much, man. 22 movies.
Yeah, 22 movies, man. Like it did such a good job with like ending it. Like I honestly heard people say that and felt like, oh, I don't want to overhype myself, but I can't help but overhype myself. And when I went to watch it, I'm like, yeah, everyone was right. It was a very good ending. And you know what? It actually ended the way I wanted to end it. That was probably...
Oh, wow. So it meets your expectation. That's rare.
Yeah, which is really weird because I have a very, very specific idea of how to end certain characters, like namely Captain America. But I'm not even joking. It was exactly what I said last year to my fiance when I told her I wish they would do this with Captain America for the ending of the entire series. And then they just exactly did that, which I was like, oh my gosh, that is insane. So I think, I think that was like probably a huge bias to me, why I thought it was really good. Because it was like, oh, I called it, but I'm sure a lot of other people called it too, so, but yeah. No, I think like if you watch it, you'll like it. Like, I would think it was well juggled, well done. Like, kind of like, remember how Days of Future Past for X-Men was done?
Yeah.
And it was like well juggled and well managed with like a bunch of different things going on. It felt like that. It felt very like close to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now my expectations are up, Tony. And you know what that means. You can't want to go down from here.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, I don't know. Just let me know when you watch it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check it out one day.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, in the interest of time, instead of going to the news, we'll actually go straight into topics. So, let's get into the topic in a minute.
Yep.
Topic of the episode.
So, the topic of the episode, we actually have two topics. So, one of them is from Kinetic, and he's the host of the Behind the Line Radio. And he says that Tim Sweeney says Epic Game Store won't go after any more exclusives if Steam adopts the 88-12 revenue split. And then the second suggestion is from the Monster Closet podcast. And they suggested we talk about the PS5, the Wired PS5 article, and talk about some of the specs that are included too. So the first thing is the Epic Games situation. So what do you know about it? But, I guess we should recap for our listeners.
Yeah.
But actually, since you just read it, you want to recap it?
Okay, sure. I'm assuming this also relates to like the Epic Store, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much the boss for Epic Games, they announced they just said like they will stop having the exclusive rights thing and will join Steam, like have all their Epic games come on Steam if they raise the the revenue for the commission sort of thing for developers from 70 to 80% to 88%. Then he said like the moment you do that, they do that, then they'll jump on right away with no hesitation. And then I guess like from our point of view, like listeners and just people on the outside, it feels like okay, cool. Now it's like one place to have all the games. And I think that's what Sweeney also mentioned as well. That it's like okay, then we'll be one big happy family sort of thing. If the moment they do that. My take on that is like it's actually kind of cool if that happens because that means Steam has been a place for a lot of indie people, indie developers, and if they raise the revenue of like when a person buys and the developer get 88% commission, that's like a big win for the indie developers. And I don't know if this or what the benefit for Epic is, I guess. Because it sounds, I'm thinking more of like an indie developer point of view, where it's like, okay, well, now the indie developer get more commission, they're winning a lot more. I don't know if there's any hidden agenda on Epic side or anything like that, but it's a big win for a lot of people. It's just kind of like if what do you call it? If Disney says like, hey, Netflix, if you pay, what do you call it? If you pay the people who stream on your service, like the people who or companies who produce them content on your service more, we will cancel the idea of having a separate streaming service, and we'll put all our Disney movies back onto Netflix again. So it's kind of like that for me.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's like I don't know like the breakdown for the price, the profit sharing for Epic Games Store.
Yeah.
So
Me neither.
it almost sounds like Epic Games Store has a better profit sharing model, and the 88 kind of seems to be out of nowhere. So I wonder if 88 is actually what Epic is offering their developers or exclusives. You know?
Yeah, no, it's definitely true because it's like that's like the weirdest number. It's like if I ask you, hey, give me a number from 1 to 10, you say like 2.89. I mean, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
Right?
Why is that a certain threshold?
Yeah, I don't understand where they got. I mean, maybe there is a reason for that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check. Oh, Epic Games Store about keep 88% of your revenue from your games instead of 70. Okay. Yes, because 88 is actually their number.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I mean, like, I don't know why Epic Games Store chose 88 itself. I understand. Like it's just more like at least hit my my price sort of thing.
Yeah. You know what's funny? On the Epic Games website, like the one that talks about the store, their official website, it says more revenue. Keep 88% of the revenue from your games instead of 70%. If your game is built using Unreal, Epic will cover your engine royalties on Epic Games Store revenue. And it's funny, they don't mention their competitors, but they just say 70%. It's kind of like, oh, they're like talking bad about Steam without saying it's Steam.
Yeah. Yeah. At the same time, it's kind of what I kind of like about Epic Game Store is just like for a gamer thing is like they have like month or 2 weeks, I guess. Every 2 weeks they will have a new free game that you can just buy and get, or not buy, that you can just get for free. So this is interesting.
It's kind of
because I go to it's like I go to the store every 2-3 weeks and check out like what the new games out. So this week was Transistor, and I love the Transistor, by the way. It's based on like it's like by the same developer that did oh my god, what is that
Bastion
game that I always mention? Holy crap!
Is it Bastion?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's same developers that did those, and I was like, man, they have like big games and also like indie games on there, and some of them are really good and just really niche. So it's just kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, that's really cool. And, you know, it reminds me of the PlayStation online service, the PSN network or PS network, because like I pay for. I mean, I pay $59 a year or something like that, and every month they give you 2 free games that you can choose from to download. Yeah,
no, I think like I see that all the time, like on like slickdeals.net or something. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, free game. Oh, it's for the PSN. Oh, I don't have any of that.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, but I mean, it's really cool that they do that, though.
Yeah. Well,
I think, but the only thing that I don't know about that is how that counters like the business model that they were mentioning, like keep 80% of your profit or 88% of your profit. It's like, well, if it's free, do they still get anything?
If it's free, that's a good point. I mean, there's probably something in the contract about that.
Yeah, because I'm really curious because it's just like, man, this is really good for gamers, and but at the same time, like I don't from developer point of view, it's like, oh, is this a good thing or a bad thing for them? Like I don't know what the deal or contract is.
Well, maybe the contract allows like maybe a time exclusivity, and then after like X amount of years or something, then that thing's like up for a rotation in the free schedule. Yeah. So but you're also
that's the case. Like they will pay out the developers first.
You're also like allowing the exposure of that item on the free short time frame, so then more people may buy it later. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing's weird.
But I'm kind of curious because in the article it mentioned like exclusive games like Borderlands and stuff, but it's still I see it still on Steam.
Yeah, I didn't look into that, but yeah, I saw what you said too. Like I saw that they said there are some like games like The Division 2 and Borderlands and other games that were It's weird. Like, I thought I saw them on Steam too, but I haven't been on Steam for a while.
No, I just checked right now, and it's like, oh, it's still on Steam, like Borderland 1, 2, and pre-sequel.
Huh.
So I'm like, oh, what does that mean?
Yeah, don't think too hard.
Line.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's more of like maybe like the newer release of Borderland 3 coming up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So.
All right. I guess we can move on to the next topic.
Sure.
So next one is about the PlayStation 5. So let me go over a little bit about this. So there was an interview recently with Mark Cerny. He's from Sony, and then they were talking about the I just realized
Mark
Cerny from Sony. Anyway,
I didn't realize it now too.
yeah, so they were talking about the PS5. So we got a suggestion from Monster Closet Podcast to talk about that and talk about some of the specs. And it sounds like the specs, let me see. It says that the next CPU is based on the third generation of AMD's Ryzen line and has 8 cores of the 7 nanometer Zen 2 microarchitecture. So based on, it sounds like it's still going to be a custom chip. So, but it's just based on that like technology.
Yeah.
And the GPU is also a custom one. That's also a variant of a Radeon chip. So what's really cool, like, I think it's really cool. I don't know if like you read about this or not, but the ray tracing is real time. So
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you explain to the listeners about ray tracing?
Yeah, I have no idea. But I based on like the article, it just means that it's a certain rendering process that will that I guess calculates like all the lighting and stuff going on at the same time. When let's say I think it was like refraction through the window and stuff like that. So you get better graphics and also like faster processing, so it won't lag down the game as much as you would think.
You know, this whole time I thought you knew what ray tracing was because I thought it was going to be part of animation. Okay.
No, I don't do a lot of rendering stuff, so I have no clue what that is. So when like modelers they talk about ray tracing, I just zone out.
Okay. Well, yeah. So ray tracing, like currently with like the other game systems out there, ray tracing is actually developed on the developer side. So the system itself doesn't do it, right? It's actually part of the software. So it's part of the game itself. But the new like PS5, it sounds like instead of like that, it's like part of the game. It's actually done by the system, so that it's done real time by the system, so it wouldn't bog down the gameplay, like bog down the software side of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So
I didn't know it was like developer side.
Yeah. So it's like already handled by the system. Like it would just be like developers set up algorithms or something like that, so that system follows it to render it real time. So, but yeah, so that sounds really cool. Did you see anything else about the new PS5? I mean, it's not going to be PS5. I guess.
It's backward compatible.
Yes.
That's like the biggest thing.
I totally forgot about that. That was like the last point in the article.
Yeah, I mean, like I think from people who are consumer point of view, that's like the biggest thing. Because was it from PS2 or like the previous PlayStations haven't been backward compatible, right?
The early release of PS3 was backwards compatible because I bought the PS3 at the cutoff point and I wasn't able to get the backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I think I remember about that.
Yeah.
And then that was like a big shocker for a lot of people because it's like, why are you making it like an iPhone where the older version, things on the older version are like slightly different or like similar, but it doesn't work with the same thing.
Yeah, it was disappointing because I had a lot of PS2 games and I was like waiting to get a PS3 when it was cheaper. And then by the time I waited to the price I was able to get it for, then it was too late for it backwards compatible. They did that. They only did that because they wanted to get people to adopt the system. Yeah. But then after they adopted enough, then they're like, okay, forget you guys.
Yeah. It became too exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, it's Sony, right? Like they've been not nice playing with others.
Yeah.
The other thing is that it doesn't seem like it's going to come out in 2019 and they don't have an official name, so it's not really PS5. But the thing is that, I mean, after 4 PlayStations following that number scheme, you would think they'd stay the same number scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be annoying if they went the Xbox route and just called it PS1.
PSX.
Yeah, Xbox One X. Let's see. Oh, the nice thing that's cool about the next system is that they're pushing out a lot of the dev kits fast.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's giving developers and creators like a heads up of like, hey, we're giving you this much more time to get used to all of this. So thought that was cool.
Yeah, no, it's actually really cool. So it's just it's nice that they're giving support to developers in a way, or having it accessible to developers to ramp up. But I think that's the only thing that's left is they just need to play nice with others. God,
Yeah.
dang it.
And you know how you said you were talking about backwards compatible? It's also backwards compatible with the PSVR, which I'm like, okay, good. I didn't waste my money with the VR.
Oh yeah. So it's a lot of good things happening, but we'll see what happens when it actually release. It might be just like something they do for temporarily,
Yeah.
just to have like news or just to gain the traction for advertisement. And then the moment they do it, it's like, nah, we changed our mind.
Yeah, that's what they did before already. So they have a precedence.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, it's all good on paper, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's kind of like articles. I mean, it's kind of like movie trailers.
I still think it's so funny. His name is Mark Cerny. Like, it's just like Cerny Sony. Anyway, I don't have any other comments about the PS5 thing.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay, let's move on to mailbag.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail. You.
All right, so last week's question was, with Endgame coming up, who would you like to see make an appearance or just be in it or focus on it, right? So let me read some of the answers. Judge Greg posted a picture of the Justice League. Let's see. Sword Chomp Podcast posted a picture of SpongeBob SquarePants. Kinetic says, let's see Thanos brought up in Judge Greg's court. And that's kind of funny. The Monster Closet says, I can't specify for reasons that will become clear on seeing the film, but Cable and X-Force would be cool, especially for some Brolin versus Brolin action scene. That would be cool. That would be cool if Cable was in it and fighting Thanos.
Actually, that would be fun to see.
Yeah, but yeah, no spoilers, so I can't mention why that is important. Let's see. Do you have a question for this week?
Let's see. Is there a con coming up next or this upcoming month? I'm trying to think.
May? Is there one?
I don't know. I know like E3 is in June, so we're nowhere near that. But I have none at the moment. Let me see. Let's see if I come up with one.
Is an anime con?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know much about that.
It's fine. No worries. Well, we'll just come up with a different topic. Let's see.
How about any Avengers-related topics?
Doesn't have to be, but I guess like
I guess what would you like to see in Phase 4 of the Avengers?
What's Phase 4? What do you mean?
Sorry, Phase 4 of Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, Phase 1 was from Iron Man to Avengers Age of Ultron. No, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, no. The first Avengers movie. That was like kind of like the time frame for Phase 1. And then Phase 2 ended at like Avengers Age of Ultron and Ant-Man, around there. And then between that point until now is Phase 3, which is the end of the Infinity Saga. So I guess what do you, like now that the Infinity Saga is over, what do you want to see in the future of Marvel Cinematic movies?
Oh, okay. So pretty much like what's next after this is over, right? Because it's supposed to be like the end.
Yeah. Like what would you like to see?
I don't know. It's so weird because it's supposed to end. Just stop.
Well, it's not really. It's not really like an.
No, I know it's not really the end.
Yeah.
But it's just more like, okay, all these movies were building up to this point, and now it feels like what's the point anymore?
Yeah. Well, you know what's really cool though? Like all the movies were building up to this point, and also all the business side was building up to Disney purchasing Fox. So that was kind of cool too, that it coincided with the release of the end of this chapter.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because now they have all the Fox people, like all the X-Men and all the Fantastic Four and stuff like that.
Okay, well, next, I think I want to see the next movie be about Squirrel Girl.
Yes, Squirrel Girl.
Yes, give her some sunlight.
Cool.
Or spotlight.
Yeah, I was like, sunlight.
Sorry, I was looking at the sun outside. I was like, oh, sunlight.
Is she like pale or something? Like,
Yeah, she is actually.
okay. I think I'd like to see them build up to like a because you know how Captain America Civil War was a build up of the teams fighting each other. I think I kind of want them to introduce X-Men and then build up to Avengers versus X-Men.
The
Because
mutants do the
what?
adding mutants to the fray.
Yeah. Because like there was a comic series of Avengers versus X-Men, so I kind of want to see that in real life.
Actually, it'll be fun. Like if Disney started buying out what do you call it, DC stuff.
But that's Warner Brothers, man. You're telling them to buy out Warner Brothers?
Yes.
What the heck? So what? You're gonna have like Batman versus I don't know, Iron Man?
Yes.
I mean that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's move on to the final lap.
Why is so slow?
Yeah, because I was like, what am I doing next? Oh yeah, the final lap. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Do you have anything to promote?
Same as always, I guess. Check out our friend Steve at myfootballer.com and check out my friend Vince at Hypeman Vince. At the handle of Hypeman Vince for everything except Twitch.
Okay, cool. You guys can follow us on social media. Follow us on Twitch. We've been twitching. I've been like streaming on Twitch a lot of video game stuff. Hey, thanks John Layola. I saw that you followed us on Twitch a few days ago. But yeah, I guess until next time, no time for time travel. Signing off. Hurdy Warp Speed. See ya.
Goodbye.
I love the Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love the Power Club.
No time for time travel.